It all started with a scream, a sharp, gut-wrenching cry that pierced the quiet night of March 14, 2003. The residents of Elmwood Avenue rushed to their windows, peering into the darkness. But by the time anyone could react, the culprit had already disappeared into the shadows. The next morning, the town of Brookhaven awoke to a nightmare. A young woman named Lisa Caldwell had vanished without a trace. Lisa was no ordinary woman. She was a beloved teacher, known for her kindness and unwavering dedication to her students. That evening, she had left her sister's house, planning to walk the short 3-block distance to her apartment. She never made it home. The case gripped the nation. Detectives combed the streets, questioning every possible witness, but no one had seen anything. At least that's what they claimed. Then, a chilling clue surfaced. Lisa's phone was found in a nearby dumpster, its screen shattered, with a last dialed number traced to an untraceable burner phone. Someone had meticulously planned her disappearance. Days turned into weeks, and hope began to dwindle. Then, an anonymous letter arrived at the police station. The letter, written in shaky handwriting, contained a single sentence: "Check the old Mitchell farm." It was a place no one dared to go. Abandoned for years, its walls whispering tales of misfortune. With bated breath, investigators followed the lead. What they found was every detective's worst nightmare. Lisa's lifeless body lay in the barn, her wrists bound, her face frozen in an expression of terror. The autopsy revealed she had been held captive for days before meeting her tragic fate. The town was shaken to its core. As investigators pieced together the evidence, a shocking truth emerged. The culprit was someone they never expected. Matthew Green, a quiet, unassuming man who had lived in the town his entire life. He had been Lisa's neighbor, even helping her carry groceries just days before her abduction. When confronted, he denied everything, his face an unreadable mask. The trial that followed was one of the most gripping in the state's history. Prosecutors painted Matthew as a man consumed by obsession. They unearthed journals detailing his fixation on Lisa, filled with delusions that they were meant to be together. But the defense argued that the evidence was circumstantial, that the real perpetrator was still out there. The town was divided. Was Matthew a cold-blooded killer, or a scapegoat caught in a storm of speculation? The jury deliberated for days before reaching a verdict: guilty. Matthew was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Justice had been served, or so it seemed. Years later, new DNA technology uncovered an unsettling truth. A strand of hair found at the crime scene did not belong to Matthew. A wave of doubt crashed over Brookhaven. Had they condemned an innocent man? The case was reopened, and a shocking revelation came to light. Lisa's actual killer was a drifter named Owen Fisher, who had confessed to the crime on his deathbed. He had been passing through town that fateful night, choosing Lisa at random. Matthew was exonerated, but the damage had been done. He had spent 15 years behind bars for a crime he did not commit. The justice system, meant to protect the innocent, had failed him. The town of Brookhaven learned a hard lesson that day. Justice is not infallible, and sometimes, the truth hides in the places we least expect. The case of Lisa Caldwell remains a haunting reminder that the shadow of justice can sometimes fall on the wrong person. It forces us to ask, how many more Matthew Greens are still behind bars, waiting for the truth to set them free?